with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Jackie Jogman from Martland. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, it is $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. And next Saturday, January 28th, at the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas, recording for his next CD.
Ooh, recording.
He's recording at Las Vegas.
Riviera?
Yep.
Oh, live from Las Vegas.
Imagine you get to be on Jackie's next CD.
Jackie live.
For filthy jokes and info, call 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pay service.
I had no idea it was going to be recorded.
Well, yeah, onto his micro cassette. He carries it in his pocket. So what are you going to do? Jackie somehow has, I don't know, he's got a whole recording setup that he does. And
he's like a one-man band.
Yeah.
When he opens that suitcase, there's everything in there.
Wasn't it Eddie Murphy who said, hey Jackie, how you do those?
Recordings.
Too busy to help me. Too busy to help me? Okay. I guess I can't help you if I ever make it.
Guess I'll become famous. I'll show Jackie.
Hey, Jackie, how you make those recordings?
Jackie,
I would like to make an album.
I want to have an album.
Yeah. I'm kind of busy right now, Mr. Murphy.
That really did that.
I have a good time for people who ain't gonna make it.
I don't need to be around losers. I'm on my way up.
You don't even have a car.
Hey, why should I help him? What's he ever gonna do for me? He doesn't have any talent. I got more talent than my little pinky.
He's never gonna even make it out of that stupid little neighborhood he is.
Hey, you see this pinky? I got more talent in this little section of my pinky. The very tip of my pinky than he does. Yeah.
I thought he was very funny.
He's going on Saturday Night Live, big deal. He's just a token black guy like Garrett Morris. He's not going anywhere.
You can't help me unless it's to carry my luggage. Let's get things straight right now.
He's falling in the black hole of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Get it?
Get it.
All right, very good.
Well, thank you.
No, I said to Jackie during the commercial, you know, I guess Paramount Network has that new channel, you know, and they have that new network.
UPN.
Yeah, UPN. And there's this show that they have called The Watcher, and they'd hired Jackie to do a little acting role, hoping that I'd mention it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to Jackie, I got a tape of it, and I watched it, and I thought he was good.
Oh, so you got a tape of Jackie's episode?
I did. And I said, hey, by the way, I thought you were really good. He goes, hey, how come I haven't seen it first? Why'd they send it to you? So even Gary even turns to him and goes, Jackie, you fool. What do you think, they hired you for your acting? They sent it to Howard because they want him to mention it.
Yeah.
I know. Listen.
So he's like, yeah, why wouldn't they send it to me first? He's getting mad at me. I compliment the guy. I said,
maybe he thought you opened his mail. Is that what it is?
Yeah, like I did something wrong.
I am going to get the truth.
What about me? Why am I always the afterthought?
Right, yeah. Again, it's Howard gets it and I don't.
Yeah, who was in the show, Jackie or Howard?
Howard was in the show.
Bite my balls off. I'm curious. I would just like to see what it looks like.
All right. So I said to him,
that's not unusual.
I said, hey, Jackie, I ran it off for you. I got it on 3/4 for you. You know, it doesn't have all the sound mixed in. It doesn't have all the sound effects.
Rough cut.
Rough, yeah, very rough. But I said, you know, we're good.
Thank you.
He could, no, I didn't hear a thank you. He goes. Oh. He's like, yeah, why do you see it? Why do you see it first? Why did they send it to me? I don't understand. Why would they send it to me? I go, yeah, that's what they do. They take everyone who's on the show and they send them rough cuts.
Yeah.
You'll see it when it's on TV.
I know.
Like everyone else.
That's where they want you to see it.
Yeah. It's a horrible show.
Well, I saw the previews of it because I couldn't understand from Jackie's explanation what it was.
Of course, well, I'm very stupid, Robert.
Well, you're inarticulate.
Yeah, that's for sure. You do even admit that.
Yes, I am.
But they have that rapper, what's his name?
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, whenever I see a show that says starring Sir Mix-a-Lot, you get nervous.
And he raps.
Yeah.
It's like Rod Serling rapping.
Well, actually, that's exactly what it's like. It's like a little Twilight. It's almost like the Love Boat Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
It's like they have 4 different ongoing stories. Like they have 4 stories in an episode, and you follow it around, and you know.
Yeah, and he's like sitting up in a room, and he's supposed to be using life like TV sets or something.
And it's kind of funny because Jackie and Gilbert are in it, and they get into a fist fight. But obviously, there's extras doing the fist fighting because it's pretty.
Don't tell everybody.
Shut up. So, So they're breaking tables and
He
stuff.
did his own stunt.
And the guy who's playing Jackie, the stuntman, he's got black hair. It's really funny. They didn't even get a blonde-haired guy.
No, I wouldn't put a wig on him.
No.
They walked those guys over and said, "These are your doubles," and I just went, "You're kidding."
You're kidding. Because it's the funniest thing, because the move is they're fighting. Jackie picks Gilbert up. They throw each other onto a table. The table breaks and they roll into a pool and slam each other's heads into the pool.
Oh.
And I mean, it's a pretty rough move, and it's kind of cool because it's like Jackie's fight scene, but
Jackie's not in it.
It's a guy with black hair. Jackie has bright blonde hair.
Did they bother to dub in Jackie's voice like, "Oh, stop hitting me"?
No, they don't. Because I haven't seen the full mix.
Yeah, they probably are planning.
Don't throw me on the blackjack table.
Jackie's telegraphing every move.
You could throw a rock and hit two people who look more like Jackie and Gilbert.
In the middle of a crowd.
Yeah.
Don't throw me on the blackjack table. No.
You know what? These are probably the two stunt guys for the show, and it doesn't matter what you look like. These are the guys who are your doubles.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Well, I thought Jackie's acting was pretty good. I mean, it was like, he actually pulled it off.
Well,
Gilbert,
I'd love to see
I don't know what Gilbert was doing, but...
Gilbert was being Gilbert.
Yeah, it was like, "Hey, Jackie." Bob.
Couldn't even remember his name.
I don't know.
Or anything.
It was just like, "Hey, Bob." Because Jackie and Gilbert play these two guys.
Con men, right?
Two con men. They rob people and stuff, and it's really funny. Jackie punches an old woman in the face.
Now that's believable.
Yeah.
See, that didn't take that wasn't stretching.
Yeah.
They told me to act angry.
Yeah, and Gilbert is his partner, and
they're like stupid con men.
yeah. I said to Gary, I thought the acting was pretty good. Gary was like, Well,
right. But Gary says that all the time.
Right. Ganji and I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, God, Ganji?
Yeah. It really wasn't that... I mean, Jackie wasn't that bad. I'm not saying he was Lord Olivier, but he wasn't bad.
If the character's move, Ganji will say it's good.
Like, maybe I'm nuts, but I thought he did an okay job. I'm the first one to put down Jackie.
Let me see it.
Oh, no, he was on Star Search. I never heard a performance like that.
I don't know what Jackie did on Star Search.
Right. But, it wasn't awful.
Well, let me see it.
All right.
The be-all and know-all.
Here he's setting himself up to have a bad time. I'm perfectly objective.
Believe me, I was watching Waiting to Pounce, and there was nothing to pounce on. So good congratulations to you, Jackie Jokman.
Come on, let's beat up this old broad. Let's beat up this old broad. Come on, Gilbert.
No, Jackie put on his, his other voice.
Yeah. He was talking in a low voice.
Yeah.
See me drinking, Howard?
What? Yeah, you were having a beer. Yeah, I saw the whole thing.
Very realistic.
Let's go, Flynn. No.
Did you have to learn all the dialogue? Did you have to memorize the script?
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually memorized a lot of lines.
Yeah. Every time he called me Bob, I was like, "Oh, is that me?"
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's very weird because you got to know every single word,
right? Because
word.
You have to know your cues too.
Yeah. How long did it take you to memorize that?
Well, they sent it to me on Wednesday, and we taped on Thursday. It was really weird. But me and Gilbert sat in the trailer and told stories, and then went over that script, and then told
Hey, what the hell is this show about anyway, Gilbert?
Spots is supposed to be watching us from his booth.
Yeah. But, you memorized.
Yeah, we memorized as well as we could, but it's weird because you're doing take after take, and there's a script girl that comes up if you miss a word.
Wow.
They don't want
a word change.
And Gilbert couldn't memorize it either?
No, he did great. But if you miss, if you say instead of the girl comes up and says, yeah, you said instead of the.
Oh, you're kidding.
No,
I could never do that. I couldn't do that.
I'm only exaggerating slightly.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Slightly.
I could never do that.
No, they didn't. When I was on the set of the other show, they didn't, as long as you got it out, they didn't care about
because they shoot from one angle. And
yeah, you see, with your show, you did a sitcom, and they're shooting 3 or 4 cameras.
At the same time.
Right. It's a different thing. When you shoot, this was shot on film, so they use, one camera.
So they shoot from one angle, and
they got to match.
They got to match everything.
Right.
Yeah, I don't work like that.
I don't either.
Yeah, I even said, if I ever get to do my movie, which, God knows when.
Oh, I saw David here yesterday.
Yeah, David and Keith.
Yeah,
Keith is the head of the studio, whatever studio that is.
Hey, Reicher's got some action.
Yeah. And, I don't know, they were kind of yelling at me yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, they're saying it's, my fault we haven't made the movie yet because I haven't approved any of the scripts.
Are you stalling them? Is there some kind of ulterior motive here?
No, not at all. I really want to make a movie. I just can't.
Is that what they're thinking, though, that you have something up your sleeve?
No, they told me that I'm insecure and...
Well, you didn't ask for an analysis from two film guys.
Well, that's what I said. I said, gee, I got to thank you guys for coming over here today because...
I had no idea.
I'm getting free psychoanalysis. I said, that's amazing. I said, well, they sat me down in the meeting, because people want to know what's going on in the movie. They sat me down and they go, they would basically make any script, not any script, but... And I just said, I don't think the script's right yet, and I don't think I'm being a ballbuster, because...
When they start to yell at you, what do?
Nothing. I just said, okay, hey, that's how you feel. I understand.
You're a good man.
I'm a good man. I don't care. Let everybody vent.
You are such a good man.
I am a good man. In fact, I was appreciative that those guys told me everything that was wrong with me.
They would have been sailing across 58th Street.
I don't take offense. I don't take offense at all, Robin. I'm a different person than you. Yeah.
You're just amazing.
I don't take offense. I said, you know what? It's amazing. I've never had the nerve to go to a psychiatrist before. And I got to tell you something. I'm learning about myself from you guys. I said, I never thought of myself as insecure. I'm the guy who did Butt Bongo Fiesta. I go on TV. I go on radio. I do pay-per-view.
Naked butt on MTV.
I put my naked ass on there. But if I'm insecure, okay. Then Keith held me down and David punched me in the balls. That I didn't like.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, because, I'm sensitive. Most had a meeting and stuff. And, so...
Well, what was the resolution? Was there any?
Yeah, we're working on something. We're always working on it and stuff. We all basically like each other. It's not like an animosity. It's just that...
Did you analyze them at all?
No. I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't analyze people. I can't.
I figure they must have practiced on somebody. You should practice on them.
Yeah. At one point I did get a little annoyed, and I said, well, if I'm insecure, you guys are too.
Ditto.
Yeah. But... listen, everybody's anxious for the movie. I understand that. Everyone wants to have the movie. All our fans are waiting for this movie. But, I didn't think it was quite funny enough yet. That's all.
It was funny because last night I was going through a packet of news clippings.
Yeah. Just
very quickly, and I just happened to catch a headline. It was all this stuff from when Emilio was on the George Washington Bridge. Mm-hmm. And the headline on the story was... Howard says, you can't jump, you have to see my movie.
Yeah, and Emilio's ready to jump again, I bet. No. I don't know. Then they started getting angry at me. I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but it's okay. I will. They didn't care, actually. I was the one who cared. Yeah. I said, Dad, maybe we should keep this private. They were like, oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
That's funny coming from your lips.
Yeah. No, then they said stuff like they said, well, you know what? If you won't play you, we'll get someone else to play you.
Oh, no.
I said, no, I don't think so.
You know what you should do? You should get that stupid movie Airheads. Yeah. Whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And show them Joe Montana, whatever his name is, playing you.
Yeah. Doesn't work.
See, this is what an actor does.
And plus, why would I want to give up my life story to, some idiotic actor?
Who'll do anything they put in front of him.
Yeah, anyway, so we're getting it. Listen, we're working toward getting this thing on the screen, but it's got to be the right script. It's got to be funny. I can't do an unfunny movie.
Well, how close are you?
Mr. Adams. We're getting there.
Oh, that's not very encouraging.
We're up to page 1.
But it's very funny.
Here's what we got so far. Let me tell you what we got. There it is. How's that look, Fred?
Perfect page.
Ever seen that before?
The perfect page.
God's way of showing you how tough his job was.
Right. That's what we got so far.
Nothing.
What's Billy doing over there?
I don't know.
I'm rooting my show again. All right. What are we going to do? We have to take a break?
Yes.
All right. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back right after these words.